Welcome back to part 8, our finale. It's a part 8? Yeah, part 8. A part 8? With me, Jeff Ollerhead and Jegsy Dodd. Just having a coffee and a chat. Bit of cake and that. This is your favourite album. Probably a favourite of any. Wake Up and Smell the Offie. Hey! I bet a lot of people are doing this at this moment in time with this lockdown, Jegs, and all the restrictions that's on it. Just moving on swiftly, why was this your favourite album?
It all came together well. It was a great band we had, great girl backing singer, musicianship was spot on, and we got the Festive 50 #1 on Radio 1, which was, John Peel used to do it every year, so the listeners used to vote for their #1 song of the year.
Yeah.
So obviously didn't expect much.
And then, made #1, Festive #1.
Yeah, just one track off there called Grumpy Old Man, and it was amazing at the time because you're listening to it on the radio and they're doing the countdown and going, Arcade Fire at #5 and Arctic Monkeys, I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor #3 or whatever. They go, #1, some bloke from the middle, blah, blah, blah.
#1, Jegsy Dodd and the Sons.
Wow. So the knock-on effect from that.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
We got decent gigs, like playing Festival in the Isle of Wight on the main stage, which was, we did it completely wrong really, because we got offered one of the smaller stages of a night, or the main stage where Pet Shop Boys or the Scissor Sisters or something were on, and the Stranglers, but we'd have to go on in the daytime, and we said that doesn't matter, just to play the main stage would be great. But then you go on stage at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and everyone's knackered, they've been up all night and it's spaced out, there's hardly anyone there and there's people going past all in fancy dress and all that, and you're thinking in hindsight we should have just said, give us one of the 2,000 capacity stages and let us do that in the evening where everyone's up for it and going mad. So, but it was good to play, it was good money and all that.
See, you just talk it down. That was Jegsy Dodd and the Original Sinners, that was the band.
Yeah.
What happened to the Sons of Harry Cross? Did he?
We just fizzled away, you just get
onto the live, yeah.
People argue, they always say difference of opinion, but you'd get, say, the guitar player phoning me up saying, I don't like the bass player, we need to replace him. And the bass player's going, I hate the guitar player.
Every band has that.
Yeah, you just think, I can't be arsed listening to it, So you split, and then we stopped doing everything. And then about 10, 15 years later, met the bass player who lived in London, and he said, I'm in 2 bands and I'm doing this. He said, it's a bit boring. Have you got me lyrics? And I went, yeah, I still write bits and bobs. And he said, is there any way you can record them and send them to us on a CD? And then I'll work on them. So he had session musicians, his mates coming in playing a bit of sax on this and a bit of that. And he sent me a CD about, 3 months later, and it was like, wow, he must have put loads of work into it. And then there's a fella called Rob the Bank, who was a DJ at Radio 1, who lived in East Dulwich, and he said, I'll bang one through his letterbox, see if we can get anything. And then again, dead quick, phones up, you're not going to believe it, we've got a session at Radio 1 with the band in 5 days or 6 days. And I went, wow, I don't even know half the musicians. So I had to get straight down to London and rehearse for about 3 days.
Did you get on with them again?
Yeah, well, a different band completely. And we went in and recorded it, and the bloke on the desk was just a wizard, He just listens and goes, oh no, I'll just bring that down, put that up. And it was like, what he did to produce the song in 3 or 4 hours was as good as we could have done in like 3 months. That's how good they are.
Wow.
Top people. And when he's saying, I've worked with The Who and I've worked with this one and that one. And you think, when you're in the room, you think, all the bands that have played there, back in the day, like the Stones or Mark Bolan.
Wait, they exist on Lecky Legs. It's Lecky Legs' agent thing on.
We got the gig.
You got the gig. Maybe I'll just sit off it. I'll speak to him later. Don't worry, Lecky. You're going to Vegas. It's great. Anyway, rolling on swiftly with after that phone call. Lecky Legs, bless him.
Everything's under control.
Everything's okay. It's just a coffee and a chat. These things happen. Cut it out. So yeah. So sorry. So you got the, as I said, you got the go ahead. The studio Radio 1. When you went down there, was you treated like stars yourself, or?
We went down to a Radio 1 party, and with us being kind of, to them, we'd be classed as unfashionable, because it was in Hoxton, and it's like all that kind of, you got your Shoreditch hipsters and all that, everyone's kind of, you know the type, skin tight kecks, no socks, bit of a beard, chest shirt, all that. And I think we were seen as a bit of a novelty, slightly older than everyone else.
More wise.
Northerners and blah, blah, blah. And they were all kind of bright young things, and, almost PR people everywhere going, hi, Jegsy. And I hate all that, all that. I can see through them, it's so false. And I don't like being part of it. But, you go there and, you get invited to a few decent parties, and you end up in some mad situations.
Do you know what, with Wake Up and Smell the Offie, I mean, a lot of, like, your mates and a lot of my friends who follow football, it's just a constant party, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, these fellas, name a few offhand, who just got, like, a tank of, like, an engine where they can go solid, they don't go the game.
Yeah.
But you've gone the game as well, and with this music, like, career, did it ever clash where you...
That's why I look so knackered now, because it was relentless at the stage, and you kick the arse out of it, and you just become worn out with it all sometimes. But as I say, I'm lazy anyway, so I just let it wash all over me. I'm not bothered. I'm shit at self-promotion.
Self-promotion, well, just pass me these books, Jegsy, because believe it or not, he's a fantastic writer, and these books have got to be seen for promotion, because it's been great to have them on.
Well, that one, Here We Go Gathering Cups.
I'll probably burn my hands.
I write, there's 7 of us right there. It's called
Here We Go Gathering Cups in May.
It's all the European Cup finals, so we got 7. Nicky Holt, Tony Barrett, me, Peter Hooton, Dave Kirby, John Maguire and Kevin Sampson. I do Rome 84 and that.
Yeah.
That one with John Mack and Redmen, A Season on the Drink. That's basically every match in that season, which was about 10 years ago. This one's from about 6 years ago, On the Road with the Redmen.
Oh God. Yeah.
Just done that one myself.
So all the stories that Jegsy said today, they're in depth, obviously, because it's that many stories that you can tell, because he's been going to match 19, I'd say, what was your first match?
69, 70.
69, 1969 to the year now. So what's ending all with the football today? What's going on, Jegs?
It's not good, is it, really? You lose heart. I mean, I go to match because that's what I do, and that's what I've always done, but it gets harder, not so much because of the ticket problems, but the way football is. I mean, you look at VAR and all that now, and you think, oh, for God's sake, what's going on? And, even the linesman not flagging for offside when it's offside, just put your flag on and get it over with. And then, with us becoming global, I mean, completely global, you look at a proper LFC website, and it's just a load of Africans arguing with each other, and they just don't get it. They don't understand the culture of following football, where when you lose a game, they want the firing squad the next morning to shoot the team. It is demoralising sometimes.
It's in every club, though, isn't it?
I mean, football is becoming a TV sport because it's shown all around the world. It's like a never-ending soap opera or like reality TV, and it just goes on, and I find it difficult to sit at home and watch a match on the couch thinking, I should be there, and I'm turning into one of the people that we never liked, the ones who stay at home, telly clappers, who always think they know more than anyone about football and that. And we've all ended up like that because there's no option. And we need to get back on the ground, but I just can't see it happening for ages. And the whole thing is the crack of going away with the lads on a coach or a train or driving there, staying overnight in different cities, having a laugh. And it only really hits home sometimes when you think, it's not even the football really, it's the camaraderie of your mates. Because,
The adventures.
we'll say the draw's coming for the Champions League group
Yeah.
stages or something. You're not looking to see what the best side's going to be, thinking, oh, I'd love to play them. I just look for what the city's going to be like. So now I'm going to miss Leipzig away, which I've never been to Leipzig. I wanted to go. We've wanted to go to Ajax for like over 20 years.
Yeah.
We know Ajax lads, you know, ones who run bars there and all that. Can't remember what you call in this country, slightly gangsterish. You know, they own clubs and bars and stuff. And we've always said to them, oh, what if we play Ajax? And then what happens? As soon as lockdown happens, we draw Ajax. After all those years of wanting it, we'd have taken 20,000 over there. You know, even if you don't even go to the match, you're there. And they would bring the same to Liverpool because they were gutted that they
free
couldn't come.
life, get out there and enjoy.
Well, they're gutted because
Yeah.
they wanted their big chance to come to Anfield.
Anfield, yeah.
You know, we never walk alone and all that. So it is frustrating that finally we're getting some decent draws in Europe where the fantastic cities where we go and all that, and we can't go. And then you can bet your bottom dollar when the lockdowns are lifted, we'll end up with the usual shite away games where it's like boring city, not much to do, hardly any bars, you know. So we've got to sit it out.
True, don't it, Jegs, just sitting it out. And you know, that's it. So all his links and his books, because Jegs, you're getting old now, you want to get off, you don't like the limelight. But Jegsy Dodd, it's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. I've enjoyed
It's
it.
been a journey.
Excellent.
All of his links of his songs, his books, are easy to find on YouTube, but there'll be links for you.
There's books on eBay, there's loads of books on eBay, I think.
Please subscribe if you enjoyed the ride with Jegsy and enjoy more. Thank you from me, Jeff Ollerhead, and Jegsy Dodd.
Thank you kindly.
There you go.